Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I really hope you're all well. Welcome back to another video. We've switched it up a little bit today with the filming setup, so I hope you guys like it. I can kind of see the camera a little bit in the reflection of the mirror back there, and it's distracting me a little bit, but I haven't been able to figure out where to put you guys to not see that. So I'm really sorry if that distracts you as much as it's distracting me right now, but we move, it's fine. I hope 2021 has got off to a great start for each and every one of you. I'm not gonna lie, I spent the entirety of New Year's Day in bed with a hangover. Luckily I'm feeling more fresh and ready to go today, which is why we are filming this video. So hi, today I wanted to talk you guys through my kind of high-end slash luxury perfume collection and give you a rundown of my 8 favourite perfumes to take you through the year. So we have a mixture of fresher scents and heavier scents, some that are good for day, some that are good for night, and I guess some that you'd say could be quite seasonal as well. So I just wanted to throw that at you today, and hopefully you guys may be able to find a new perfume that suits you for the year ahead. Okay, so the first scent I'm going to talk to you guys about is Jo Malone's Wood Sage and Sea Salt. Now this one is such a nostalgic scent for me. I got this when I first started blogging, which I think would have been back around 2014, and it was like the in perfume for bloggers to have back then. I think Jo Malone had just released it and there was loads of PR campaigns going on, and anyway, I wanted a slice of that pie. Obviously I wasn't going to get asked to be on a PR campaign with Jo Malone, so I asked for it for Christmas and my parents very kindly obliged, and honestly I love it so much. I don't wear it so much anymore because I find Jo Malone quite expensive, and I don't really want to go out and spend like £100 on a bottle of perfume that I'm not really going to wear so much now that I have my signature scent, which I will talk to you more about later. So this last little bit that's left in the bottle is more for like nostalgia purposes than anything else. Oh my god. Literally, that bottle holds so many memories for me. I'm going to leave the notes on the screen for you now, but I will also kind of talk through the scent a little bit too. So it is quite a fresh scent. This was my first kind of foray into more alternative scents, shall we say. I think before this I'd just gone for typically very feminine scents, like the various different Dior Ma Cherie scents, and while I liked those, I just hadn't really found anything that felt like me, and I liked this because it was just that little bit different. So it's got some like woody undertones to it, which, as you will come to learn, I really love woody scents. So that was kind of the first thing that drew me to it, and the fact that this is very much a unisex scent as well. So I actually dated somebody around the same time as buying this who also wore this, which was kind of weird, but like I was into it. It was cool because it smelled so different on him than it does on me. But it is quite a fresh scent. It's quite light, it's quite breezy, so if you're looking to get into a more kind of alternative, even potentially more masculine scent for yourself, like this is a really good way to go. I would tend to reach for this now in the summer months, certainly, and potentially in the spring as well. It's definitely just got that kind of vibe for me. When I smell it, I just think of warm days, I think of blue skies, I think of wearing lots of white cotton and potentially being around the seas. So yeah, that's kind of the thoughts that this fragrance evokes in me. But yeah, I absolutely love this. It is honestly one of my all-time favourites, and I think, like I say, I will always keep this little bit in the bottle just for nostalgia purposes, so that I can revisit those memories, you know. So the next fragrance I'm going to talk to you about is Acqua di Parma's Sandalo Cologne. So again, I will leave the notes for this on the screen, but this is a very masculine scent. I actually got sent this in PR last year, and I am obsessed. I am literally so obsessed. So for me, this basically just smells like sexy men. It just smells like clean, sexy men. Which is why I selected it, because I was newly single at the time and I was like, you know what, like I need that sexy man smell in my life. But I actually really love wearing this as well, mostly because then I smell like a sexy man, so when I'm walking along and I just get a whiff of it, I'm like, But yeah, as the name suggests, this is like quite a heavy, like sandalwoody scent. Again, it is clean though, it's fresh. It's not kind of like a heavy evening scent. It's definitely more of like a daytime fresh one. I think I would wear this personally in like the autumn months, and kind of like maybe at the start of spring when things are starting to freshen up, but the air's still quite cool and crisp outside. I don't think it's very much like a winter or an evening scent necessarily, because it's not got that like heaviness to it, but it is definitely more masculine. So if that's not your vibe for you, fair enough, but for your man, this could be absolutely wonderful. It's just very stereotypically male and I love it. This is when I say I have a very strange taste in scents, because like I love wearing this for myself, but Yeah. Next up we have the Balenciaga fragrance. It actually comes in this cute little pouch, but the bottle actually looks like this. So this is a scent that I actually discovered quite by accident a few years ago. I was in Debenhams and I think I was just browsing and looking for a summer scent, and I found a very small 50ml bottle of this which I picked up, and I really liked it, and I never bought it again until a couple of years ago when again I was browsing in Debenhams and I just thought, you know what, I actually really liked that and I'm gonna get it again. So I did, and this is more of definitely a summer fragrance for me. Like, I wouldn't wear this the rest of the year. It's very fresh, very crisp, and this is a lot more feminine as well. Sorry, I just got lip gloss all over the bottle. This one's a lot more feminine. I also feel like this is more of like a classic perfume. Like, I can't really explain what I'm trying to say when I say that, but this is definitely a more classic perfume for me. Like, when I smell it, I get a lot more kind of like fruity, floral tones coming through. And it's definitely more of like a more feminine, like flirty fragrance. I think that's why for me it's definitely a spring summer one, because that's something that I'd want to wear when I'm like out and about outside on the beach, maybe out with friends, when we can do all of that kind of stuff again. And yeah, like I just love kind of how light and how fresh it is. That one's always a surprising one for me. Like, if I ever come downstairs wearing that, people are always just like, huh, like, you're wearing a feminine fragrance, what's going on? So yeah, I don't tend to wear it that often, but when I do, I really enjoy it, and let me tell you, it does smell absolutely beautiful. Onto another Jo Malone fragrance. This one is the Bronzewood and Leather from their Intense Cologne selection, and those are the ones in the black bottles rather than in the clear bottles. So if you're wondering the difference between the two, these tend to be a lot more intense. Personally, I think they're a lot more long wearing as well, and they tend to be heavier scents too. So if you're after something like that, I would look at these black bottles rather than the clear bottles. The clear ones always tend to be a little bit more fresh scented rather than heavy. This one is super masculine. This is the Bronzewood and Leather. Super masculine. It's very heavy, and whenever I smell this I think of kind of, I don't know, like bonfires in the winter and like crisp winter air and going out, and I don't know, like bars filled with people and that kind of like atmosphere. That's immediately what I think of when I smell this. This scent is so heavy though, and it is very masculine, so if you're not into that kind of thing, this will not be your bag. But I mean, it's beautiful, and it's definitely a very interesting and very striking fragrance. I get a lot of compliments on it when I wear it, because it's certainly not one that you smell all the time on people, and I think that's partly because it is so heavy and so intense, that I guess it's not really like kind of like a day-to-day scent. But when I smell it, immediately the leather just like shines through. That is the overwhelming top note in this, like 100%. And it's just beautiful. It's very smoky, very warm, and it's comforting, but at the same time, yeah, it is incredibly heavy. So if you're after a scent like that and something that's very different and very individual, I actually highly recommend this. I got this from the Cheshire Oaks Outlet Village, and I got it for £90 down from 120. But when I just looked online, you can get it online still as well, and it is full price online, so just bear that one in mind. But yeah, I love this, and I don't wear it so often. It's still like 3/4 full, because like I say, it's a very intense scent, and now that I actually have my signature scent as well, I don't really tend to wear these other ones as much. But if I'm wanting to reach for something a bit heavier and a bit more striking, this for sure is what I go for every time. Okay, so this is a very special one. This is Penhaligon's Alizarin perfume, and I mean, first of all, can we just take a look at the bottle, because it's truly beautiful. The only shame with this bottle is it does actually leak on the way to Arizona a couple of years ago, which was a real shame, because it's made me kind of nervous to take it anywhere in case it leaks again, because the scent is so strong and overpowering. Like, my entire cosmetics bag still smells of it, like 2 years later nearly. But yeah, this perfume is absolutely gorgeous, and unfortunately it's actually no longer available. So I almost hesitated at putting it in this video, but then I thought, you know what, I'm going to introduce you guys to it, and just in case you can get it anywhere online. I just know like Penhaligon's are no longer making it new. But like I say, you may be able to get it on some of the online retailers. I'll have a look anyway. All these perfumes I will try and link in the down bar for you. But this one is stunning. So I actually went and got a scent profile done in Penhaligon's a couple of years ago, because I wanted to find my signature scent, and I knew that I liked different scents. Wow, sorry, the sun has just like hit the window there. I apologise for the terrible lighting. Yeah, I actually wanted to go and find my signature scent, so I went into Penhaligon's to get a little scent profile done, and they spent so long with me, helping me kind of try loads of the different fragrances and find one that worked for me and work for kind of what I like to wear and like my personal preferences. And this was the overwhelming one. It was this, between this and Halfeti. Halfeti is definitely a more common Penhaligon's scent, like it's one that you probably will have smelt before, and certainly it's definitely easier to get your hands on. Alizarin was just very, very different, and I love this. My dad actually bought me this for Christmas a couple of years ago. And it's beautiful. It's a very, very individual scent for sure. So this is again described as a leather scent. I'm sure you guys are probably seeing a little bit of a theme here from me. And I'm just looking online again at the notes, which will be on the screen, but top notes are narcissus and mandarin orange. Middle notes are mimosa, tuberose and iris, and the base notes are leather, agar wood, otherwise known as oud, incense and vetiver. And the reason I picked this mostly was because I love oud based fragrances as well, so this was kind of one that jumped out at the team in Penhaligon straight away to show me. And yeah, massively I get leather and oud as soon as I smell that. And this is another one that evokes so many memories for me as well. It is just such a special fragrance, and because you can't easily get it anymore, and because they've kind of stopped producing it, or they had last time I spoke to them anyway, I'm going to keep this last little bit in the bottle just for more of a memories and nostalgia thing than because I'm actually going to necessarily wear it again. Okay, so this scent is another that I was actually heavily influenced to pick up thanks to Instagram, and this is Proenza Schuller's Arizona scent. And it's funny because I picked this up and little did I know a couple of months later I'd actually been making my first trip out to Arizona, so it kind of felt quite fitting in the end. But I love the bottle. First of all, the bottle's beautiful. It's actually inspired by the red rocks and mountains that you see in Arizona. If you've been, you'll know what I mean with the shape and everything, and I think also with kind of the pink tinge to the perfume itself. But this scent is beautiful. There was a big Instagram campaign around this when it first came out, and I remember actually watching quite a few of the vlogs of the people who've been sent to Arizona for the launch of this perfume. So yeah, that was kind of the reason that I ended up buying it. So this one again is a very fresh scent. It's very summery, very fruity and very floral for me, and it's a way more feminine scent than anything that I would normally wear. And again, I get a lot of compliments when I wear this, probably because it's so different to anything that I would normally pick up. But if you like something that is more fruity, something that is still statement but definitely more feminine, then 100% this is a great option. And it is definitely very much like a summer scent. I would take this away with me on holiday, and I think I would very much enjoy wearing this in kind of like a warmer climate. Yeah, it's definitely very fruity, definitely very feminine, definitely very summery, and quite light as well. It's nice, it is very fresh. So if that is what you're after, this is a very good option. Okay, so I am about to talk through my two signature scents for you, or really rather my signature scent and then my everyday scent, because the signature one's kind of expensive and I don't want to use it all up in one go. But it is my favourite scent in the world ever, so I'll probably talk to you about that one last. But my everyday perfume is Mojave Ghost by Byredo. Now, I know I've spoken to you guys about this on my channel before because I actually got the travel perfume for Christmas, so that was in my what I got for Christmas video, which I'll leave linked in the cards if you missed that. But this one is one of my favourite perfumes that I've ever bought in my life. This one is very fresh still and quite light, but it's also quite warm, and it has those kind of individualistic notes that I quite like. It's kind of still more of a masculine scent, I find. Like, it's fresh and it's crisp, but it's just got kind of that like undertone of something that's a little bit more alternative, and I think that's what drew me to it so much, to be honest. I actually went with my friend to try out a few of the Byredo scents because I didn't know which one I was going to like, and because these are quite expensive I didn't want to kind of just buy a bottle and then hate it. So I was kind of smelling through all of them, and I said that I just wanted something that was quite different, something that was quite light and fresh, but nothing too feminine or too kind of like overly floral. And when I sprayed this on myself, my friend smelled me and she was like, that is the one. Like, I've never smelled a scent that is more you in my life. So yeah, I 100% went for this one. And I think, to be honest, this is one of the ones that I really wanted to go for as well. I'd heard quite a few people talking about how lovely it is, and yeah, I immediately knew that I kind of really wanted this one, but I wanted to make sure it smelled good first. So yeah, I love this, and straight away, like, kind of this is what my mum associates with me now, I think, as well. And yeah, this one is one that I will forever repurchase because it's beautiful, and like I say, it's a very easy everyday scent. It's very light, you can throw it on in the morning, it smells gorgeous, the scent lasts as well. It's one of those that really does cling to you, which is really nice. I like that. and it's not too like overpowering or whatever for day-to-day wear. So that is my day-to-day signature. But my scent, and the scent that is me, is Tom Ford's Fucking Fabulous. So I actually only got this in the 50ml because honestly, like, this bottle was, it was a lot of money, and I was just not going to spend nearly £300 on a 100ml, because that would just be ridiculous. But basically this perfume, I think it was first launched, I want to say in 2017, I could be wrong, it might have been 2018. And I remember seeing it in Selfridges and being like, okay, I love that bottle, that's really cool. And then I remember smelling it and being like, wow, that perfume is everything. And then I found out the price and I was like, I can't. So for literally 2 years, I dreamt of owning this perfume. Every time I went into Selfridges, I'd spray it on myself and try it, and I just loved it so, so much. So in the end, I bought it as my birthday present for myself last year, and I absolutely adore it. And I tried to use it quite sparingly because, like I say, it is pricey and I don't want it to run out and not be able to wear it on kind of nicer occasions. That's kind of what I end up leaving it for at the minute, which I guess doesn't make sense for a signature scent because that's something that I should be wearing every day, but whatever. But this is very masculine again. It's very, very heavy. It's very woody and smoky and leathery and just everything that I love in a fragrance, and I think that's why I just had to go for it. I couldn't resist, really. And everyone who smells this does say it smells incredible. So if you're looking for something that is very individual, very bougie, very, like, I don't know, high-end, I guess, then this one I would highly recommend. And also, let's just take a moment for that bottle again because it's just such a statement. I love it. I love it so, so much. Okay guys, well that is the end of the video. I feel like I've spoken for literally forever, so editing this video is going to be fun. But I really hope you enjoyed it anyway. I hope it was somewhat useful and educational for you. Like, obviously I'm not an expert in perfumery, so I can't really talk about perfumes with any level of authority. But it's something that I really like, and I just kind of wanted to share them with you, so I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do let me know. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, let me know what your favourite perfume is as well, or if you have a signature scent, or if you think there's a perfume I should try based on my tastes that I've kind of shown you in this perfume collection. And most importantly of all, if you're new, please do not forget to subscribe. It would mean the world. I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye!